Talk about power outages. Obviously, that was a big topic, of course. At the governor's press conference a few moments ago, we still have thousands of people in the dark across our state. So let's look at the latest numbers here. Lexington, still 14,955 people without power. That is customers, y'all. So if you think about that in a family sense, that 4 or 5 people for every one of those numbers. Let's look at Saluda now. Over in Saluda, we know the farther west we went, the more trouble there was. In Saluda, 8,053 folks still in the dark. Newberry County also been very hard hit, 10,089. And let's just look really quickly in Richland County, where things are getting much better than it was, sitting right now at 7,200 customers without power. So they are working very hard to get the power turned back on, like we said, but the problem is it's a process when the tree comes down and it attaches the power lines, like they were saying at the press conference. They have first got to remove the power lines before they can even touch that tree, and that has left many people in the dark. But our Josie Frost is joining us now from a neighborhood in Forest Acres where crews are still out and still at work trying to get the lights back on. Josie.
People in this area tell me that the houses on the right side of the street have had power for days, but the houses to my left are still waiting for their power to come back on. Tom Wagner and Mary Kelly are one of those couples. They say that they hope their power comes back soon.
Luckily, we have a gas cooktop, and I was able to light it with a match and make campfire coffee, so we are surviving. We've had to throw away most everything in our refrigerator.
Crews were working just a few doors down to get these power lines back up for their neighborhood. Dominion Energy spokesperson Matt Long says the focus has been getting power back as fast as possible to as many people as possible.
But one of the ways you do that is you focus on the transmission lines. These are those larger lines that you see that go between our communities from town to town and help deliver power to neighborhoods kind of on a larger scale. So we're focusing on getting those lines back up and running, and then we can focus more on the maybe at the neighborhood level, the community level.
Kelly says they're fortunate to be able to stay with family while their power has been gone, and she hopes it will be back by tomorrow.
Just being out of your house has been challenging. I think it'll come back today or tomorrow, and it will be very nice to stay in our own bed.
Now, I also reached out to Tri-County Electric. They said they have fewer than 5 outages in Richland County. They said they were able to get power back on to the areas that lost it due to the storm in less than 3 days. Josie Frost, News 19, WLTX.
All right, Josie, thank you so much. I can't imagine how frustrating that is to not have power on one side of the street and watch your neighbors have the lights on across the street.